Don't have a whole lot of time to talk about. We got to do anything. We got to do something right now. I had a good idea, and so now we have to do this right now. While the sun's going down, the lighting's bad, so we got to get this done right now, and it's still curing. We have to do all this stuff right now. Welcome to HMODS.
EKSA introduces their new AirJoy Pro headphones. Weighing in at only 160 grams, the AirJoy Pro offers enthusiast-grade 7.1 digital surround sound while providing maximum comfort at a fraction of the cost of a major brand name series. For more information, visit eksa.net.
Okay, so it's the same day as when last week's episode was. We sprayed this silver stuff on top of brown sort of dirt colored things. Now this stuff hasn't cured yet, see? It's still on my hands. But I got this idea, like I came out to check and see if it was cured and I just happened to brush it with my thumb. And that gave me a really, really good idea. So I got on the woman's butt and I got a toothbrush. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna scrape it off right now because there's brown underneath here. So we're gonna scrape parts of it off and then we'll paint some black on top of it to make it look like there's still some paint going on. Not on top of the stuff that we scrape off. What I'm gonna do though, see how it's like coming off like that? I gotta be a little bit tougher. Just gotta get in there kind of randomly. Yeah, that looks really cool. And this will give the illusion of sort of a rust-looking finish because the brown's still underneath there and it's mostly dry. So get on there. Kind of gotta go like that, sort of like that, like so I can brush away parts. I'm glad it hasn't fully cured yet. This is really, this is sort of a fart in the wind kind of good idea. I honestly like, this is one of those things. We just had dinner and I've been thinking about this ever since we cut. And so I just came out to check and see if it was cured and it smudged. And what I saw was an incredible result and it's a happy accident. This will save us a lot of time trying to paint match. Because after this, we're gonna do a little bit of black, a little bit more brown, just a tad. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna airbrush some kind of metallic copper, on different parts of it, and then we're gonna stand it up and airbrush it and let it drip a bit. So that way it'll look kind of like the rust on the other parts, so it kind of dripped down a little bit while we were doing it. I'm kind of trying to make it look as random. What do you think? Pretty good?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna get this downstairs. We're gonna wait for this to dry a little bit more, and then we're gonna actually paint with some acrylic. We're gonna paint a little bit with the brush because using this, kind of going like that, you're gonna get more of that. It sort of bleeds off into the silver, and then once we airbrush the metallic copper, it'll be nice and it'll bleed really good. So we'll let this dry a little bit and then we're gonna go right back downstairs. So see you in a second. So we're back in the basement. All of this is done and I'm very happy with the result. Yes, we got more brushes. So since we're doing all this freehand, there's the very distinct possibility that I can completely f this up. I don't think I will, because I don't consider myself an artist by any fashion, but I'm also not completely terrible at most of the stuff I touch anyway, so yeah. So we got brushes, we got paints, need like a solo cup or something to put water in. And okay, so the idea is to make this look like distressed steel and like this. So we're gonna be doing a lot of black, a lot of brown, and then I found this terracotta paint in there, which I think can go a long way towards matching the sort of brown orangeness of the rust. And then we've also got this metallic sort of copper paint that I'm going to dilute and just sort of drip downward like I did with the door panels and things like that. It's going to look pretty cool. I don't know what I'll use the gold for, but you just never know. So I need brushes. I've got tons of brushes. And the idea is kind of what I was doing yesterday with the toothbrush. Just sort of, this brush is way too big. But I'm just kind of going to be going like that instead of, you know, like smooth strokes. I'm just going to be kind of doing drastic strokes like that to sort of give the impression of, you know, rust patches. So I'll be doing, you know, like, I'll do like some black, you know, just kind of like that. And kind of like, it'll look really, really cool. And so it'll like, then I'll do the copper and some terracotta and just sort of kind of splotch it like that and get it into there and make it look really, really cool. We'll do the same thing throughout. I'm glad I put these back on because it'll give some uniformity to whatever I'm doing. I had this idea of doing it differently than the rest of this thing, sort of to make it look almost like cargo doors, but I'm glad I went against that, because it would look really stupid to have something completely stand out. So we're gonna get to work on this. This is probably gonna take up the better part of an hour because I want to do it to the point where it looks random, which is going to require a serious amount of thought. I don't want to just go. So we're going to use this Delta Creative Ceram Coat Black. And this, let's see how black that really is. Oh, that's fine. We'll see how this works. Just first, just to see how it goes. The idea behind this, as I learned from Adam Savage, is to not like go super ham on any one thing that you're doing. You know, I didn't actually know what ham meant until a couple of years ago. Like, I watched that. There's a video of a guy like disciplically applauding Five Guys, and they made it into a meme song like, damn, 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 I wish you could smell what I'm smelling. You bite the fry bites back, my man. They're going ham. That's the first time I'd ever heard it. I didn't know what the hell it meant.
I mean, I've always known it just to mean, like, they're going all out.
Well, yeah, but I never, like...
I didn't know it was an abbreviation.
See, I thought he meant, because he was talking about a hamburger. They're going ham. Anyway, context. Oh, Adam Savage from Mythbusters. He's got a YouTube channel now called Tested. And some people, like, if you've ever watched Mythbusters, you probably don't know that he used to work for a company called Industrial Light and Magic, which is a subsidiary of Lucasfilm, the company that makes Star Wars. Industrial Light and Magic was started by George Lucas. Up until then, there had never been any dedicated graphics companies. And this is like in the early 80s. This is like when they started in the original Star Wars movie, like in the original print, I guess we'll say. In the original Star Wars movie, you can definitely tell that the wheels had been removed from the speeder that Luke had on Tatooine. And really all they did was they on the film they put Vaseline so you couldn't see the wheels. They put Vaseline on the film. So anyway, Adam Savage worked for ILM, and he did a lot of practical effects. Like he would work on, he worked with what's his name, Dykstra, John Dykstra, who created the lightsaber. He worked with him. So Adam Savage worked for that company. So now he did a lot of special effects and practical effects and creating props and stuff and making them look used. So he's got this YouTube channel now called Tested, and he hypes you to a lot of secrets as to how to make things look real. And so I learned a lot from him, and like with his like model building, and he'll like stuff. He built a case, just a case for nothing. He wanted it to look like something from like the government. So one of the secrets that he hipped me to was just using random crap to make things look dirty. And one of them is this. This is coffee. We're not using that, but any time for Tango Bravo, as you saw, I used this coffee stuff to just sort of to make it look used and dirty, like the inside of a military vehicle. We're doing sort of the same thing with this, except we're using different colors. The idea is to make it look like there's still some paint on it, and we're gonna do a lot of it. But I wanted to make it seem like there's still color in there. At the same time, if you get in there, I'm sort of making it look like it had been eaten away by time. And we're gonna do a lot of this, but at the same time, I'm not doing very much in any one particular spot. Most of the silver is gonna get covered up. So first I'm doing splotches of black to make it look like there's still some paint there. But I'm sort of scraping against it with the toothbrush. I'm really liking how this is working. You don't need much, just kind of like that. This is why I said it's going to take a long time for this, because we need to make it look like it's naturally aged, and for that we do need some black, with like some on this. And I'm really glad I didn't get all the paint off, because that, along with the different effects of the paint remover that we used, it really gives it a nice color. In here you see all these different colors here. That's not from rusting, that's from the paint remover that didn't come off. And it really adds to the overall look. See here too, and there's just tons of it left in there, and I really like how it turned out. Damn. This, I think, I'm like down here, I'm gonna really like give a rust look. Like where like rainwater collects at the bottom of a building. There's a lot of rust, especially if there's metal. Just gotta spread it around a little bit. So I'm not like when I go back to the palette, which is what we're calling this thing for now. When I go back to the palette, I'm not getting a lot of black to come with it. I'm just sort of scraping the very end here, just so I can bring parts of it, and then the rest of it we're gonna do with the copper and the terracotta But the reason why I'm putting black down here is it'll act as a base, because if you notice right here with the paint, it sort of fades just a tad where the rust is sort of eating at the paint. So you do need some of that black. You do need that. So this will... Oh God, it looks so good. Oh, that looks so good! This is gonna take more than an hour. I also like that when I cut off the the mesh that was behind here, it was this crappy plastic mesh, not like this. This is steel. When I cut off the mesh behind here, I didn't sand it down or anything, so everything that's left behind looks super rugged and like just it looks terrible. Like it looks like it looks terrible. So you got this stuff here and you got the stuff. I'm really glad that I did not sand it off, because then it would look good, and I don't want it to look good. On a big patch of black here, just cause there aren't any. Oh, that looks so good. Look at the bottom there. That's the best part. That's my favorite part right there, is the bottom here. And I think what I'll do here too, since I'm kind of going like that, I think I will make it so that the top of this is a little bit more black than the rest of it. Don't ever be afraid when you're doing something like this. Don't be afraid to use your fingers. Your fingers can be very, very useful when it comes to stuff like this, because you can just kind of get in there a little bit where your paintbrush is not going to be as precise. You can just sort of get in there and sort of move it around. Okay, so I think we're good on the black. I don't want to do much more. I might add some more later. Like that. I might do a little bit more later, but for now I want to focus on the browns and the terracotta and the others and the colors. I'm not going to wash my brush though, because that will, I think, add to the different colors-ness of it. So I think right now we're going to use the Artist's Pigment Burnt Sienna. Give it a nice base of brown. This is a good solid brown. You can, yeah, it's a good brown. Okay.
This is our second can today. This one was supposed to be my can.
Supposed to be. Like the Whopper Juniors that I had today were supposed to be mine. Oh, baby! Oh, man, look at that. Oh. I need a really thin brush to get into these little spots here that I cannot get there with the toothbrush. I thought I'd be able to, but no. There we go. Oh man, you know what? I was really sort of balking at the idea of freehanding all this because it takes so long. But yeah, I was really enjoying the idea of spray painting because this is anything more than an hour. But I have to not grudgingly at all admit I'm very proud of this. I'm very happy we're doing it like this because it's turning out 10 times better than I thought it would. And that was your idea. Fuck. I mean, look at this. This is, you just could not do this with spray paint. That is that right there.
Right there?
That's exactly how I want. I mean, that's just, oh God. It's just so gorgeous. And we still have like most of this left to do. Oh my God! Look at it! I'm totally overloading the microphone. See, when I do the brown and I use just a tad bit of black and stuff, and then I put some of the terracotta over it, it just looks super natural because none of there's no one color in any one spot. It's just like getting a little bit more brown in there.
I love when she looks up at thick.
Oh, it looks so good.
If you did another build for Mass Effect that wasn't a Commander themed build, what would you do? Fish tank.
You know, it's funny that you mentioned that because I had this idea of doing like a double layered like a double layered polycarbonate window.
Yeah.
And filling it with water and a water pump tube.
Sounds dangerous.
No, not if you seal it right. There's a guy on YouTube who made a water-cooled air cooler. He sealed like a tower cooler in plastic, sealed it with weatherproofing glue, and filled it with water. And he didn't put a water pump tube in there, but that's not much of an extension.
So what would the build be if you did another Mass Effect one?
If I did another Mass Effect build, it would probably be Omega.
The barn.
No, the planet. Or the asteroid city in Mass Effect 2.
The lawless place.
Yes.
That's what I was thinking of, the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, that looks amazing. Wow. We're almost done. We just got to finish up this, then do the copper. So about another 40 minutes. At this point, we've been at this for a little under 2 hours. Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's taken more than an hour. The method that I'm using, I'm glad I wasn't like doing. I knew I wasn't gonna do like super long strokes. I'm glad I did that with the black here. It sort of gave it a base to go off. But with what I'm doing here, I think it is the perfect way to do this. There's a name for this particular method. I don't know what it's called, but it's looking super cool. That's what it is. It's too much.
Oh, 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 oh. Look at that. That was a good idea. Oh, 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 the copper. Oh, the copper. What on earth made you think of that?
Because the rest to me looked
Shiny.
very like copper. Oh yeah, you didn't rest the bottom at all. Are you going to?
No, I think it looks fine like that.
Okay. Looks like a nail head sticking out there. What is that?
Kind of does. I don't know.
I like it. It should stay there. Don't.
It's giving it just the right amount of shine.
Hopefully it stays that way. The right amount of shine when you spray it.
I'm sure it'll be amplified. Yeah, not using very much of this. This is just doing a superb job of accenting what's already there. So what we're doing now, we got all this painted with the brown and the black and the silver and the terracotta. So what we're doing now is I'm accenting, okay. So what we're doing now, I've got everything painted with the brown, the terracotta, the black, and the silver. But what we're doing now is an idea that the misses have, using copper, metallic copper paint to accent what's already there. And if you get in here, you can see what I've been doing already. Parts here, this is just covering some of the black and the brown and is giving it just a bit of shine. Kind of like what's going on over here. You can see the rust shines a little bit, you know, even underneath the acrylic. So that's what we're doing, and it's going swimmingly. And I'm not doing much. I'm just accenting what's already there. And I'm just completely doing it at random. This is a little bit much. So it's raining really badly outside, so we're just gonna have to do the painting down here. I should only be painting for like, I'm gonna stop that. I should only really be painting for like 15. What are you doing?
I'm excited. Let's do this.
We're gonna paint! It should really only take 15 seconds because this thing, wait till you fucking see it. So, just gonna go, and that's it. So I don't even know if I'll be painting for that long. But Jesus Christ, watch this. Are you ready for this? You're not even ready. Yeah. And we're done. If we do another coat of clear, I might just do one more. Because this isn't like the metal. This'll take a good shine compared to what it was. Oh boy, that does stink a bit, doesn't it?
I've had it already.
The buttons going in there is going to be an issue. But
No.
I might have to take like an X-Acto knife and get it in there. Or at least like jam it the fuck in there. So, I mean, you see what I mean about just... Okay, so we're going to stand this up somehow. And make sure that if, like, she mentioned that if it drips, it should drip like the paint did. So we'll stand this up a bit. Okay. We'll let that go for about an hour and see what it looks like in the end. I honestly think if we do another coat, we'll have to do one more coat and that's it. So anyway, we're gonna call it here today, and next time we will finally start building the case. You don't need to see me do another coat on there, but you will see the finished product. And yeah, this is gonna look so goddamn cool. And I'm gonna be really sad to see this leave, because this is, holy shit. See you later.